This way forever. I'm Tyron Jackson.
Welcome F1 fans, where qualifying will be starting in the next few minutes as the teams prepare to get out on track at the Sochi Autodrome here in Russia.
Welcome guys to I believe this is round 4, or even, round 4 of the F1 2016 Career Mode Season 2. I'm sorry that this has been a long wait between both episodes from round 3 to round 4. Reason is that I actually got sick a little bit a few weeks ago. I had a flu, my throat was terrible, I was coughing all the time. I don't think I could even get through a full sentence without coughing. That went on for about maybe an hour, not an hour, a week and a half. Then it just got to the point that I was too lazy to even edit these, and as you're seeing, this video has been recorded and it's been there for about a few weeks. So yeah, it's just been sitting on my computer just waiting to be edited and to go up on YouTube, which you guys are seeing right now. So this was my so I've already done 2 attempts on qualifying. We are here in Russia. I decided that this might be it. I didn't feel like I was going to get any faster with the current setup I had, and so I just felt like I couldn't put much more in the car, couldn't get out any more of the performance. So I decided to retire from qualifying. Felt pretty happy with my position. P10, not the best, but I felt it was enough, and unfortunately it was just not enough to make it through. We needed P16 to make it through to Q2, so unfortunately we did not make it through, and we're going to start P17 for the race.
Good afternoon from Sochi as we prepare to get underway for the Russian Grand Prix. The championship battle has some time to go yet, but still expect no quarter to be given here on this circuit that made its debut in 2014 and has already seen some classic racing. Built on the shores of the Black Sea, the Sochi Autodrome is a 3.6-mile tour around some of the venues built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. Close barriers may make overtakes more challenging, but with 56% of the lap taken absolutely flat out, we certainly won't be wanting for pure speed. A fitting arena then to do battle at the pinnacle of motorsport. A tough race in store then for our drivers today, so tell me, Anthony Davidson, what will you be looking out for as the cars make their way down into turn 1?
Well, first of all, let's hope that everyone's well behaved and we can have a nice incident-free start. That initial release is going to be the most interesting thing. The clean side of the grid will be better rubbered in, so keep an eye out for cars over there potentially making their way through.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
So here we are on the grid for the race. Race strategy, as always, we're going to have a little bit of fuel. We are going to be looking at doing a one-stop. This track is not huge on the tyre wear, so we're going to go and do a one-stop. We are actually going to skip formation lap, as you're about to see. Just want to let you know that Sochi isn't one of my greatest tracks. I do not exactly enjoy it. I enjoy effectively turn 2, or sorry, turn 3, because there's a little kink on this straight that counts as turn 1. So the long left-hander is what I enjoy on this circuit, but nothing much left on this circuit. It's a fairly bland circuit. So here we are on the grid with the lights going, and for some reason Vettel is starting behind us. I have no idea why, but here we go, 5 lights, and away we go. The longest held time I've probably had in the career mode. There we go. Harrianto all of a sudden goes to the right, looks like he was about to overtake Grosjean, and then just backs off, so he might have problems. There he is. He's pushing us out wide. We are on the curb, we're back on the racing line. Vettel is starting to race. Vettel diving up the inside, and we're getting pushed, and we get pushed into the back of Harrianto, and that is a crash. It looks like I can see a Williams, I can see another Williams involved, and there's the safety car. And yeah, we have even more cars. You saw a Haas to the right, you saw a Renault in the middle, and that was the weirdest start. Unfortunately, I did not get a replay. I forgot to do a replay for this, but as you just saw, it was crazy. And we are going to box this lap. We do have front wing damage, which means this will be our pretty much our only pit stop this whole race, and it's going to be a very long race to do the full 12 laps on one set of tires. We are going onto the softs, so we are coming in behind. I believe that is a Haas of probably Grosjean. I think Grosjean was involved in that incident. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe even someone else, but I don't think anyone else came into the pits except, yes, it is Grosjean. Grosjean and myself came into the pits. We're the only one in the pits, and he's getting a very, very long wait time. And as you saw, he was ahead of us, so I think he may have had significant damage, and the pit crew was just way too slow to react to his wing change. So we do get the jump on him in the pit stop, even though we had to do a front wing change. And here we go, back to green racing. It took a while for the safety car to come in. It took probably a few more laps than it should have, but on lap 4 we are about to start lap 5. We are on green racing. DRS is not active for another 2 laps, so we are going to be racing with slipstream only. And Grosjean not getting the best starts, and we didn't get the best restarts either. We had to warm up our tyres a lot, which caused us to stay quite far back from the rest of the pack, and we're only just catching up to Ericsson now. Grosjean still behind us. Myself and Grosjean, I believe, are the only ones on soft tyres at this stage. Ericsson, as you can see, our fresh tyres are just helping us. And here we go. I almost had a look on Ericsson into that corner. Going a bit out wide. We didn't have the good revs. We didn't have the best gearing possible to pretty much stay in the corner. And you're going to see that a lot, that I am in the wrong gear in the wrong corner, and it does damage the lap time, and it does push us out wide. Some of these corners are effectively 3rd gear. Sometimes I accidentally leave it in 4th, and it does damage us because we just almost lose the back end with oversteer. But yeah, we just, I don't know, it's, for some reason I don't put enough turning angle into the wheel, and then we just slide out like as if we have understeer. But here we are with our DRS. We are catching up to Ericsson. Pure Red Bull power. He is squeezing us almost into the wall. Palmer looking to have someone else, having to go on someone else. Ericsson almost looked like he was about to cut the corner there, but he does stay behind us, and that is P16 now. Palmer, Gutierrez, I believe that is. Yes, it is. And I don't know, I think that's Nazar in front of him. More cars coming into the pits on the end of lap 5. So we've only done 1 lap. Well, this will be our first lap of proper racing, and cars are already coming into the pits. A few cars do stay out, so it is going to be a mixed set of pit strategies here on the Russian Grand Prix. And an interesting fact is, for next year, the Russian Grand Prix is actually being pushed back to what it started in 2014. So with the increase in other Grand Prix coming into the F1 calendar, Russia gets pushed back. And here we are on lap 6 now. Well, we're about to start lap 7. More cars come into the pits, and this is going to effectively put us up into the podium positions. We are now P3, and we are looking to have a podium possibly. Rosberg sets the fastest lap of a minute 40.222. Now on lap 7, we are catching up to the back of Harrianto. He's on softs. I don't believe Harrianto has actually stopped yet. So Harrianto, I think, was one of the few cars, and maybe the person in front of him, I don't know who it is, but the front 2 runners, I think, are the only ones who haven't stopped. Grosjean now having to go on the inside. He has DRS, so we're not going to do anything, and he gets late. We go late on the brakes. He goes early on the brakes, and there we go, back into P3. So yeah, as I was saying, the front 2 runners haven't actually gone into the pits, so they're staying out pretty long, and I believe they were the only drivers to actually be on the soft tyres to start the race. And as you can see, none of them are going into the pits, and so we're going to go on another lap of this circuit without the front 2. So effectively, we are P1 unless Grosjean overtakes us. At this stage, Grosjean doesn't look like he will be pitting again, because he did pit on the first lap with us. So Rosberg setting 139. That's not good if we're still setting 140s, 140, well, 141, maybe even 142s, and Rosberg is setting 139. So we need to actually put a lot of pressure on Grosjean to make a mistake. And as Grosjean puts a lot of pressure on us, we make a mistake. We give Grosjean the position back. I actually went out a bit wide to make it not look like it was an obvious penalty cut. So I went out wide, letting Grosjean take the full race track circuit with him. And we're just going to stay behind now in P4. So effectively we are P2 once the 2 front runners decide to pit. And we are catching up onto the rear of Grosjean on lap 8. And Grosjean going a bit cautiously as we lock the front right, as you could see. Hamilton has actually caught up to us. Vettel, I'm not sure where Vettel has actually gone. As we saw on the first lap, he did dive bomb a lot of cars, but I think he may have hit someone else and actually had damage, slight damage, and so he might have got the wing replaced, but we haven't seen him at all this race. And here we go, side by side with Grosjean, and we are, I believe, yes, we do have DRS. We are going to overtake him with DRS, and that is back to P1 effectively, as I keep saying. Haryanto might be going into the pits on this lap. I cannot confirm until we get onto the little pit entry area. He does seem to be going much slower, and it looks like it will be a pit stop. Actually, this lap now, lap 9, Haryanto will be coming into the pits. Hamilton has caught up. Grosjean is slowing Hamilton down. We do have a lot of cars behind us, and I believe that was a Ferrari I could see in the mirrors as Haryanto goes into the pits, and that will be P2 now. And I think another driver might be in the pits, and that is going to be possibly P1. There we go, P1, with a 2.9 second gap between us and the driver behind, apparently. Here on lap 11, Hamilton and Rosberg have overtaken Grosjean, and that is us going out very, very wide. Hamilton gets the position. Rosberg, is going to have a look at us. We are sandwiched between the two Mercedes. Effectively, we are not going to keep up with them. They have fresher tyres. We have much, much, much older tyres. Same with Grosjean. Me and Grosjean will be the only ones struggling so far because our tyres are coming up to almost 12 laps, 11 laps old. And so doing that against people who probably pitted on lap 5 and lap 7 is definitely going to damage us. We do have DRS, but Rosberg should have DRS on us. Hamilton, as you can see, we're closing up on him, but not fast enough as we are going to go into the corner. Hamilton will have the advantage, and there we are. He's still got it. We're going in, and I think that's Daniel Ricciardo behind Rosberg now. So Ricciardo, our teammate, has caught up, and the Ferraris seem to be nowhere. We do lock up, and that is going to cause Rosberg to get ever closer and Hamilton to get ever further away. So we are coming on to the end of lap 11. We do lock up again. These tyres are starting to have it, or don't know what the English word is. Pretty much they're going to die very shortly. As we start lap 12, Rosberg is catching up, and there we go. Coming to the end of lap 12, Ricciardo and Rosberg have overtaken us. Ricciardo is going to take the position. Rosberg, we are going to go around the outside. Now have the corner, so we're going down the inside on Rosberg, and we're going to slightly push him out wide to keep him behind us. And there we go. We are behind Ricciardo now. Slight corner cut. We don't get any warning or penalty, so that's fine. And now it's time to catch up to our teammate and Hamilton, who is starting to pull away. These tyres are not helping on we're coming up to the last lap now. These tyres are starting to turn 12 laps old. 12 laps on a set of softs, especially when it's this type of race. Like if it was a longer distance race, yes, but the way that the Codemasters engine or the Codemasters system works, I'm pretty sure that the tyre degradation is much faster when you do shorter races. And so as you're going to see, we are going to struggle a lot, even though we only have done 12 laps on the set of tyres. As Ricciardo is starting to pull away, Rosberg is starting to catch up. We're starting to struggle into the corners, especially as we are just locking up a lot now. And there we have it. Rosberg almost catching us. He almost actually hit the back of us. Now Rosberg is going to have DRS. He pushes us once. He will push us. There's our hand in frustration. He's still pushing us. He's still stuck on us, and he pushes us at least 3 times. We're going to go in it pretty much diagonally into that corner, trying to keep Rosberg out wide to make a mistake. We lock up and we get the corner still, so that is going to be P3 unless Rosberg can do something, or unless we have a puncture or something. Almost clipping the wall. We got pretty much close. We had to correct that, but that looks to be P3 as Hamilton will win this race, Ricciardo second, and we'll be coming in third with Rosberg right behind us. So that's going to be great points for Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
So as I say that, we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
So there we go, guys. That was the Russian Grand Prix here at Sochi. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I enjoyed the racing. The next one will be Spain, so enjoy that. I enjoyed Spain a lot. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and expect a lot more videos. I'm trying to be more uploading. I'm trying to upload more. I'm trying to stream more on Twitch, so check out my Twitch channel. But pretty much, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll see you next time, and leave a comment if you want to see anything special to do with F1 2016 before we make the switch to do F1 2017 career mode. And I'll see you guys next time.